Okay, let's talk with a very special lady. Her name is Debi Staron, and she is going to join the show. Debbie, welcome to the show. Welcome to Ask
Hello.
Andrea. Well,
Thank you so much.
We're so thrilled to have you. Now, you are the co-author of Christmas Style.
That would be me.
Well, that's you, and we want to talk about, whether you're decorating a mansion or a simple cottage. The book Christmas Style kind of covers all bases, and you guys have just done a super job. Now, who is the other author? Who's your co-author on this?
Oh, do I really need to give him any credit this morning? He's off on camera right now. We're in the home of a couple who were on the show Passions.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsay and Justin Hartley. So I blew off Soap Talk so that I could chat with you this morning.
Oh, well,
so
I'm just thrilled to have you.
I really do not need to mention Bob Pranga. Up there, I've said it.
We don't want to talk to him. Well, you're the most important one. Your name is first on the book, so it's really, it's all about you.
Well, honey, can I have that in writing and notarized, please?
You
because
can.
It's always about Bob.
We don't even want to talk to him. Okay,
Yeah,
let's talk about Christmas Style. We've only got 1 week left to Christmas. Oh, can you believe it?
I know. No. I mean, we do Christmas year-round because we also have a prop house out in Southern California, so we're always doing Christmas, but the clock is ticking, and we are still swamped.
So you have a prop house. No, I didn't even know that. That's super cool.
Yeah, Dr. Christmas Rents works with the movies, with TV, with magazines, anybody who has long leads that they need Christmas year-round. And we provided the Christmas ornament for Barbra Streisand's last Christmas CD.
Oh, my gosh, that's so cool. Yeah. You probably don't know this, but I used to own a company called Hardware Plus. And for almost 20 years, we were a supplier to the film industry, in addition to homeowners and restaurants and so forth. But we supplied hardware.
Absolutely.
And all the movies, we did about 350 films and plays and television shows, all kinds of things during our run, and just had a lot of fun with it. I sold that company back in 1997, but still just love it. And it's a fun industry, isn't it, to work with films?
It's great to do. We've actually provided props for the 3 Christmas movies that are out now, Christmas with the Crank, Surviving Christmas, and Polar Express.
Well, we were talking the other night. My kids, of course, are so used to hearing, oh, we did the hardware for that. Oh, we did that movie. Oh, we did that, And so we were talking the other night, and somebody brought up Toy Story, and I turned to my 13-year-old son, and I said, well, Frank, we did the hardware for that. And he looked at me and said, really? I said, no.
Now you got his attention. Yeah, liar, big fat liar.
Well, say if we don't own a movie studio, but we're trying to do some last-minute decor, help us out a little bit here on some keys to decorating a Christmas tree. And you guys have this fabulous book, Christmas Style. But if our listeners haven't had a chance to get the book, give us some tips on the tree.
Well, tips on the tree and tips on decorating in general. Don't go crazy. Don't make yourself nuts. Oh, you have enough things that will drive you crazy, including your family probably at the holidays. Just enjoy what you're doing. Make sure that you keep everything out of the way. And I know this is a bad thing to say for a decorating book, but safety first. Don't have cords that you trip over. Don't do anything that's going to endanger anybody.
Well, and that's always a good point. Yeah.
I know, but it's the last thing that people think of. You have, 27 cords coming out of the tree and things going across, sidewalks and snowy, icy areas. Just be careful. Just think about it. Invest in a slightly better, longer extension cord.
Can I recommend one here? Have you guys have you all seen those Next Step cords that have multiple plugs along the length of the cord? It's like it's like a 25. Work. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's brilliant because you don't end up stretching cords all over the place. You can lay one of those cords, say, all around the room that you're doing your decor in, and then wherever that plug ends up, you can set up a tree or you can set up some decor. It's just brilliant. I love those Next Step cords.
That and power strips, very important.
Oh,
if you have a tree that has a lot of lights on it, make sure you use power strips. But decorating-wise, there are little cheap ways to do a tree quickly, especially this late in the game. Fabric.
Well, I'll tell you what, hold that thought because we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. And I want to talk about ideas with fabric and using fabric in a lot of ways around your holiday decor. And we'll cover, let's do some stuff on the upcoming New Year, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll be right back with Debi Staron, the co-author of Christmas Style, and you're listening to Ask Andrea. welcome back. And I'm visiting with Debi Staron. She's the co-author of Christmas Style. This is a really neat book. As a matter of fact, if you're looking for a great last-minute gift, this is a wonderful gift for anyone who loves Christmas, like me.
I couldn't tell.
Well, you couldn't tell? Now, you are the tree decorator to the stars, and I know in your book here you've got some really fun trees. Now, what are these? These are the 12 Dames of Christmas?
The 12 Dames of Christmas that we did are an homage, we just wanted to pay tribute to some wonderful women of the movies, and Bob and I actually came up with this working in retail. Years ago, someone would come up when we were working in retail stores, they'd have an ornament, it would have no price. Where did you get it? I don't know. But once he put, say, red on the tree and maybe red ribbon and called it Judy Garland. Oh, I got it off the Judy Garland tree or the Marilyn Monroe tree.
Oh, yeah.
Smart.
Stars sell, and it's great for memory. It's a great memory trick. So we just went to different locations around Los Angeles, like the Hollywood History Museum, fabulous old theater in Glendale, the Alex Theater, and recreated some trees that are just dedicated to fabulous women in the movies.
Well, that is incredible. And actually, my co-host today is Ellen Losey, and Ellen is a movie star, and she's a director and producer. She's currently in a play here in Dallas called Cooking with Lard. Debi, you would laugh until you were sick if you went and saw this play. It is so funny.
As long as it's still playing in February, I'll come and see it.
Well,
are you
it
coming
just
in February?
might be.
Well, are you coming to Dallas?
You know what? I could.
Well,
I need to get away from L.A. I'm so burned out.
Well, we'll get you out here, and we'll go shopping. That's what we like to do.
A lot of money to spend.
Now, we were talking a little bit about fabric before the break, and I wanted to talk about that because fabric is kind of a great way of filling the tree. If you don't have a lot of money to spend on ornaments, what can you do with fabric that can create an exquisite look? Matter of fact, Ellen just turned to this page here with Mae West, and it's got like a mink coat sort of strung through the tree. That's a great way to kind of fill some space, and then you don't need that much else to go on it.
Well, what Bob did with the fabric on that tree was he recreated a dress that's a little further left. If you look, there's a black sequiny dress with white fur.
Right.
Oh, gorgeous.
That was his version of it. But fabric is a big filler. You can make it nice and poofy, and the fact that whether you're starting out with fewer ornaments on your tree or you just want a different look, if you go get a great fabric that will hold its shape, satins are really good, some taffetas, anything that's got a little bit of body to it. And you can start at the top of the tree. We show you how to make a little flowerette, use as a tree top with or without ribbon, and then you can just weave it through the tree and even finish off and make a tree skirt of it at the bottom, so you don't have to spend some of those tree skirts out there that we use here in Beverly Hills, $200.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they are. They can be really expensive.
You can get 10 to 15 yards of fabric and have a wonderful tree skirt and filler for the tree. And then, for more filler, use statement pieces. Either big Santa Clauses, you can use tree tops, just about anything that you have in the house. We were talking about hardware. You could use a big old favorite piece of hardware that you wanted to showcase.
You've got all these feathers, which is fun. They take a peacock feathers and these big plumes of feather. Yeah, it's great.
So really, you can go in the closet and just find whatever you have that's cool.
You can. Bob has used his mother's wedding dress in a tree.
Oh,
you can
gosh.
You can feature somebody from the family.
Sure.
You can use pictures. Anybody in the family that wants to do a whole photo tree, you can do people, you can do animals, anything. Any decoration can just about be worked into a Christmas tree design, and we've done it.
Well, you certainly do. And again, the book is Christmas Style. Now, Deb, you're kind of the co-author here. Let's talk a little bit about your other author. I know you don't even like him, but let's bring him up here for just a second.
Oh, if I might.
Now, what do you guys do in your normal life? You said you have your prop house that you supply props all year long, right?
Right.
And what other things do you guys do out there in L.A.?
Bob has done some other display work, but we're pretty much busy with Christmas year-round. The prop house is open about 360 days of the year.
And what's it called? What's the name of the prop house?
It's called Dr. Christmas Rents. It's in Burbank, which is near a lot of the movie theaters out here.
Oh, fun.
He manages that. He runs that and takes care of it. And then I have a clutter business on my own. I am the Hollywood Clutter Analyst, and I organize for the rich and famous.
Wonderful. We have a lady who comes on the show all the time. Her name is the Clutter Queen. You guys should get together. She's
honey.
a nut.
I know you
wouldn't trade stories.
I know you wouldn't
you
tell
could.
us on the air, but it would be fun to know who's the messiest out there.
Oh, you know what? Everybody wants to be. It's like a competition. The minute you walk in for a consultation, I'm going to be the worst you've ever had. I said, honey, I have friends who are not necessarily celebrities. You couldn't even lick their boots.
You haven't seen my house yet.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jennifer, the Clutter Queen, she's always saying, Andrea, I can't wait to sink my teeth into your mess.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's pretty bad.
I've seen it.
Well, I want to hear a little, too, about Hanukkah. I know basically Hanukkah and Kwanzaa have already passed, but as a gift, I think your book would be fantastic for anybody, whatever your religious persuasion, if I can even say it, for decorating at this time of year, because you've got great ideas for just about any holiday that falls in December.
We do show Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. I mean, it's very limited because it is a Christmas tree book, but we did not want to short anybody.
Sure.
And we wanted to show that, especially with blended families now, you have people from many religions coming together. And the other thing is, some people of other faiths are offended by Christmas, but Christmas is less a religious. I don't want to offend anyone down there. Christmas is less a religious holiday than it is a celebration.
It is.
So the decorations that are out there, Santa Claus is not religious, so, everybody seems to embrace many of the characters that are around at Christmas time. And we decorate for people of many faiths, and we decorate for Christmas for them.
Well, and if you're having a party, you want to kind of, celebrate whoever is coming over to see you. And
Exactly.
so that's one of the things I like about incorporating many of the different looks in your holiday decor. And a lot of the neat things to me about the Hanukkah decorations is you can carry those forward into New Year's, because that blue and silver is so perfect for the New Year's parties.
So perfect for the New Year's celebration. You wouldn't even have to move the little table that's done up with the blue and silver. It is not technically a Christmas tree. It's a display tree. So there's a silver tree with little crystal balls on it, and the menorah, and various decorations around it. And Kwanzaa, the same thing. It's just celebrating a harvest. That's what the Feast of Kwanzaa is.
Mm-hmm. And like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Much
Very
like
much.
Thanksgiving. Well, let's talk a little bit about New Year's. I know your book is really Christmas style, but just on a personal level, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing for the New Year's parties? And being out there in Hollywood, you've got to go to some of those New Year's celebrity parties, I'm sure. What are some of the cool things?
Oh, you would think I would be doing that at New Year's, but we get invited to the really cool Christmas parties. Some New Year's, we're already doing takedown, and that's the biggest seller of our business.
Oh, wow.
People want to come home and have it all done, all down, all packed away and taken away. And that's what we do. So we're taking down, we have about 2 weeks to 3 weeks to take down what it's taken 3 to 4 months to put up.
Taking down is not nearly as much fun as putting up.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, but we have a great crew, our unemployed actor buddies, we call all of our elves.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
And, they help us, and we really power down Christmas decorations after the holidays. So that's pretty much my New Year's. My New Year's is spent, I get about 3 minutes sleep a night, and we're just still packing away.
Okay, I have an important question for you then. Every year, we end up with this tangled mess of Christmas lights.
Why?
Because we're just a mess. We're disorganized, and we end up doing it really quickly and so forth. What's a good way of keeping your lights from getting detangled or getting tangled when you're out there, you're cleaning everything up?
Okay, let me start out with, do you do a live or artificial tree?
We do a live tree.
Okay. If it was artificial, I was going to call you a silly woman and say get a pre-lit tree.
Right.
No, we usually go get our tree on Christmas Eve. It's the German tradition.
So I'm cutting you a break here.
Okay.
That's lovely. The tradition is lovely. I hope you refer to the lighting section in the book to see how to light the tree.
Okay.
And we also tell you how to take it down. What you need to do is the reverse of how you lit it. And take your time. I know it's lovely to have all the family rip everything off at once. One person handle the lights. You start at the last string that went on. It's the first one that comes off. You start with the end that's not plugged in and wrap it around your fingers a few times, or one of the little light racks that they sell, and then roll it into a ball.
Okay.
And then next season, when you want to know if the lights work, just plug in the ball. If it doesn't work, throw it out.
Okay. Well, that's a very great tip. What about getting the tree out without making a huge mess?
Okay, you know that they have live tree bags, right?
Yes.
You put that under the tree before you set the tree up.
I did that last year, and it was great.
Fabulous.
First time.
It's wonderful.
Yep. Yippee, I did something right.
And let me tell you, if you cannot find, if you can't find a live tree bag out there, they have giant bags that they use for I don't know, various things in construction, like in a hardware store.
Oh, sure.
So go get one of them.
Or like we used a year or two ago, we had just bought a new mattress, and we kept the mattress bag, and we usually have a huge tree because our ceilings are like 18 feet, 20 feet high. And so we had this mattress bag. I stuck it under the tree, put my fabric over the top, my tree skirt over the top, and it worked great. No mess.
And if you can't find a bag big enough, you can still get plastic sheeting.
Yeah,
and you can pull it up around it. But I'll tell you, get a turkey baster and take every drop of water out of that bottom of the tree.
Turkey
that's a good
baster.
one.
What a good idea.
Absolutely
I
fabulous.
last year. Great.
Deb Staron with the Christmas style book. It's fabulous, and I assume it's available at bookstores right now.
Bookstores and online everywhere.
Super duper Christmas style. If you're looking for a last minute gift, this is an excellent choice. It's a gorgeous book. We'll be right back with more Ask Andrea in just a moment.
All over this land.